Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VII. We're in Junon again, and we're gonna be tried for eco-terrorism crimes. Now, if you were smart like me, you would look at yourself as Barret and go, boy, I haven't played as Barret in a hot minute, I should probably actually make sure he's equipped with stuff. Don't be like me and ignore the fact that you are now Barret, because that can lead to an awkward situation which we'll see later on. So you don't have much time to roam around here. You pretty much have to follow in line as criminals do. So there's a press conference hall here, which is wild. That implies that there's like a PR director for this. Also there is a rather large fellow in the front row there. Who would that be? So one thing that is cool that I heard is in the remake is there are videos that you see on TV of Shinra propaganda, which makes sense because you don't get a good feel, I feel, in this game for just how into this stuff the people of the planet are, how into, Shinra and, stealing the environment's power away they are. So we get to see a little bit of this here where it's like, yeah, it's good, we're gonna just straight up be killing people on TV. Wild. Using a torture chamber that will be filled with gas. Great. Awesome. The fact that she has a special gas chamber really makes you go, how many times has this been used, I wonder? And we're getting locked right into it. And boy, this is not a good situation. Also, she called us the B word. That's just rude. What an idiot, though. What a good, friendly idiot that dropped us the key. But, of course, things are not as what they seem. The weapon is approaching. And that's not good. Specifically, Sapphire weapon. And yeah, people leave because, the place is about to blow. And of course, Scarlet is more worried about people seeing her sadomasochistic, well, I guess it's not masochistic, sadistic sort of torture. And this fellow here, I wonder who this is. And, Ketchy uses chloroform, which is wild. So, yes, we have a fight here, with Ketchy and Barret, and guess what? We don't have any materia on. We're just going off our straight-up levels, so that sucks. Hey, make sure you equip some to at least Barret. I think there might be a couple. Nope, there's not even a couple. So here I am looking for, oh man, do we have anything? Well, we have Fire 3. That should deal some good damage, right? Yep, that's pretty strong. Barret's taking a nap. These are just the attack squad enemies. We did fight them in Wu Tai earlier, so they're not too difficult. They can drop S mines, and you can steal from them the 8-inch cannon, but for the most part, yeah, you're just dealing with them kind of normally. But it does kind of suck that, yeah, if you don't equip your stuff, you're gonna have a rough time dealing with this fella. And of course, Ketchy there just hits him, doesn't even use his horn to toot. And boy, yeah. This is why, A, you gotta make sure your characters are actually leveled up. Yeah, weird that Barret could fight while his hands were tied and now they're tied again. Let's ignore that little fact. Now, do you want to see how much of an idiot I am? I'm going to not equip the stuff. Watch me. Look, here I go. I'm so stupid. And yeah, Scarlet has already pushed the switch. Meaning Tifa is already dealing with the horrible poison gas. Barret's trying to pull this thing open. Not even the strongest, buffest dude in all the land can handle that. And Heidegger's here. Look at him run. He's trying. Even though in the remake he looks very svelte and just kind of big boned or meaty or thick, as they'd say. Not exactly the, you know. I look at that and I see a Dr. Eggman style dude, but nope, guess not. Rufus playing the cool act, deciding we're gonna shoot it with the cannon. Huh. You know, that'd be cool. If I trusted that cannon. I personally don't. This is rad though. Because the whole city is built under the cannon. It's like the city has to lock up for it. Oh, it's so cool. Oh, it's so cool. I mean, it's utterly ridiculous and over the top, but I love it. This thing's called the Sister Ray. Why is it called that? I don't know, but it's cool. It's real cool. Very Death Star-y. They love Star Wars over at Square Enix, hence why Biggs and Wedge are characters in all the games. We're just gonna fire one right away. Good test fire. It didn't even look like it hit anything. Everyone's just like, okay, did it work? Oh man, the shot of the horizon there. I mean, the perspective is totally off, but I love it. Do we do it? Oh, you silly billies. If only it was that easy. So yeah, weapons are a bit more powerful than your average Joe. Well, this one can't even land. This one's a fish. A fish with a really cool looking face. So this one's really organic looking, at least to me. The other ones to me definitely look more mechanical, but this one to me looks like, yeah, this one could be a living, you know, Leviathan type sea creature. Aside from its face, which looks remarkably robotic, almost human too. I think it was the eye of this one which we saw in the northern crater there. Yeah, he's a large boy. A little bigger than your average enemy. Very much reminds me of Sin from 10 there. So Tifa needs to find her way out. And this sequence is kind of weird in a cool way. You'll see it in a sec. And he cusses. Apparently the cussing is uncensored in the remake, which is like, oh, I don't know how to feel about that. Already pushed the switch, so not much Barret can do on his own, but we'll run around and see if there's anything. It's locked from a different room. Let's get out of this room and find our way out. So I still haven't equipped that materia, so when we run into an enemy, guess what? It's gonna suck. But I do eventually. Scarlet is just so mean, but so attractive. So it's alright in the eyes of many a people. So Ketchi, if you remember, he is part of the inner circle of Shinra, so he knows what he's doing. Also, he's telling me the airport's the other way. Hey, guess who actually doesn't know where the airport is? Answer this guy, because we've been here like the one time. So we got this cool dude here with a sword, and I look at that sword and I think to myself, man, I bet you I could steal that sword so bad. This dude is called Soldier Second, so he's a second-class soldier. Can you steal his sword? The answer is no. He gives you remedies and X potions, because, man, I sure wish I could get that cool sword. This one can be manipulated, which is cool. He has Sword of Doom, which is a powerful attack. We throw the dice, we get a number. He gives us a good number there. Be careful with Ketchi's limit, because this limit, not so bad. I think you can survive whatever, but his final limit break, of which there's only 2, can actually just kill you. And that sucks. Don't get that one, because it's one of those things where, hey, Yuffie. It's one of those things where, oh, look at her doing the little accurate Toriyama, looking like Pan. It's one of those things where it's like there's a chance of, you know, getting a insta-kill or a chance of getting either you die. So that sucks. And hey, it's Yuffie. If you didn't get Yuffie here, obviously, you wouldn't see her here. You don't ever have to get Yuffie or Vincent, but I like them. I'm sure in the remake you'll be forced to get them anyways, because they are very popular characters. But see, like, look at its face. And you'll see it when it opens its mouth. It does look almost human-like, especially with its eyes. There's something about it. But yeah, we got Yuffie, and I equip her up, get her ready to go. Thumbnail girl. So we are getting out of here, it seems, but we have a plan. Ketchi has a plan. I still love the ability to run around while this cutscene's going. It's so, like, when you think about it, nothing, but it's still kind of cool. Alright, and out here we got some more Soldier Seconds who we can preemptively attack and get big damage on their back, because we have, of course, gave ourselves a bunch of extra materia which up our attack and everything. So he has our Sword of Doom, which not only missed, but we blocked, which is dope. It is kind of cool playing as some of these characters that, you know, we don't get a chance to, or rather, I just didn't play as much. Because, I mean, as cool as it is to play as all these guys, 1, you're forced to play as Cloud most of the time, and 2, I kind of just like to pick 2 that, you know, fit the tone of the story, or are so crazily out of the tone of the story that no one cares. It really is up to what I feel like. And I guess that's one of the reasons why I do like this game, is because you do get the choice of, again, whatever you want for how they level up, you know? Their limits and stuff are set, and they have some set-based stats, but for the most part, you can do what you want. We got Hammer Blow. Hammer Blow's the new limit break, which we can use to, I think, hit them really hard with. Limits, again, you get for killing or using, depending on if it is a one that can be used to kill, or one that you get. So the first one you need to get by using, killing, I think, 50 opponents, and then the other one is by using it 6 times, so, or 8 times, something like that. So yeah, we're going to steal their airship, the big one. What a cool Barret Buster. So this is crazy. You're given control of your limbs, and you need to individually press the buttons to do stuff. So, like, by pressing your legs, you pull it in, and then how do you get it, you know, kind of up? Well, you have to use your legs. You bring it up, and you drop it, so you gotta try it again. Try different patterns. So bring it up. So maybe you have to bring it up and then use your arm, right? This is a cool section because you have to think about, like, your body, right? But at this point, I'm like, uh-oh, try to combine 2 at once? Well, what if you use, like, X and circle or X and square? And we'll get it. We'll get it eventually. There is no way to die here. It's you just keep going. But it's, for the most part, I'm dumb. I'm dumb, but I get it. Just give me a second. Yeah, then we use the head. She picks up with her mouth. Boy, she's flexible. So now we have to, so it's in her mouth right now. So now I'm like, what do I do? So I actually have to use head and then arm to get it out. Like, if you think logically, this makes sense. But the first time you do this, you're like, this is weird. And so now I have to use, I'm pressing the other buttons, but now I got to use my other arm. Okay, I put it in my hand. You can't see where the key is, so you just got to know. And then you can leave. Which button stops the gas? There should be a button somewhere. Could it be the one that they press to turn it on? The answer is yes. Boy, she can hold her breath for a long time, too. And, well, we are free. We can't get out of here because it is locked. But thankfully, this dude... Here we go. You see his face. Oh, it's so cool. He looks like a Digimon. He looks like Diaboromon. So he can fire just straight up beams of lasers. And lucky us. See, there's the face. See what I mean? It looks human-like almost. And I just realized he has arms. Wow, yeah, he totally does. So we shot it right in his face, and his head is blown clean off. I mean, that's what happens when you have really big ones right up in the face. Guns, that is. I'm always a bit saddened that you can't actually fight him. But how lucky that we are in the one place that we got real lucky with this, right? So we get to climb up and out onto the gun. And I'm like, wait, where do I go? Oh, you got to go down. I see. This is a cool sequence. And meanwhile, I'm like, I should probably make sure she's equipped. And guess what? She is, because I had her in my party before. So Scarlet sends out her guard here. And you gotta run. And we're gonna get to another iconic moment of the game. One that has got many fan art. And that dude is dead. Fan art and all sorts of things as time's gone on. Tifa falls off herself, but she is agile enough to survive it. And here we are. So we're on top of where the cannon was. The little upper section. So let's just go run off of it. God, what a cool shot. It's a good thing this thing is, like, climbable by humans and is not in a way that is, you know, prevents passage to let you do this cool thing where you run out onto the cannon. See, it's called the Sister Ray. It's just, oh, it's so cool. And you just keep going. Off. How do we get out of this situation? Who knows? Well, oh boy, here we go. The final battle with Scarlet. And it is not done in the way that you expect. Are you ready for a slap fight? So we slap her. And how this works is you need to slap her first. And if you get 5, you win. Here's the thing. Oh. In the original, you could not actually... I'm just reading here. In the original, you could not actually read it. But here they actually fixed it so that you can actually slap her 6 times and get her to say, God, I can't stand it. But in the original, you would always get to a place where she says, take her away, and then this happens. But yeah, they actually fixed the ability to win this. I was reading, I'm like, I'm pretty sure I won it. Because, yeah, they fixed that in the PS4 version. So that's a cool thing, but in the original, you could not win it. You just need to get 6 slaps in before her. And yay! We're here with the airship! And more exciting than her being saved is the fact that it's an airship. Because you know what that means, right? Airship time means the world is now our oyster. I'd say it's the final method of, you know, transportation, but it's not. It's the most kind of open up a bowl for the world at first, but we get more later still. The high wind is ours. Is that what it's called? No, it has a different name, this one. Because the high wind is the name of Sid. Unless it's still called that. Unless I'm very confused. That's fine. But hey, we're on the airship. And Tifa, yes, she got into a slap fight. It is the high wind. I don't know why I thought it wasn't. Probably because it does share a name with Sid's limit break, as well as Sid's, you know, his last name. And Yuffie's just chilling. She's not good with large flying objects. Same though. All right. So now that we got the airship, this is our new kind of base of operations. We have it with us kind of all the time. We actually have a crew, which is wild. And the crew are like actual characters who even level up and stuff. Like there's one crew member who literally, it says that they have a crew level that as you explore it levels up, which is kind of crazy, which we'll see. It doesn't actually do anything, I'm pretty sure, aside from maybe making it go a bit faster. But it's a weird system that I kind of like. Makes a bit more sense than just kind of one of you flying it, because, you know, an airship requires a whole crew, of which we have a good number of people, including Sid. He's back. And he's so happy we're back together. And he has his airship. Also, Red 13's here. As far as I'm aware, Cloud is dead, Sid. Sid has no idea what's going on. He's, like, out of the whole party, even more than Vincent, he feels like an outsider. He feels like he's the one that has no stakes in this, but, oh well. And Tifa, yeah, not enough crew. We need to get back the major crew members. Takes all kinds, yep. And Ketchy here will just be like, yo, if you need info, tell me. And I'm like, I'd like to know, and he's not telling me. So yeah, they pilot it. We just tell him where to go, which is nice. And Vincent's here. And he's, again, I do like that he's, even though he's kind of the stoic type, he's still like, yeah, I'm glad you're safe. Tifa's kind of become the main character now, if you think about it, which is cool. I like it. I mean, really, at this point, you could set anyone to be the main character because, again, Cloud is gone. Also, yeah, we can't get off the train we're on. I love that. Tifa, you could argue, becomes the main character at this point, but you could also argue, yeah, if you want to play as any of them, you can at this point. And Tifa looking to see what Cloud would have done. Barret trying to smack some sense into her, not literally like Scarlet did. So, at this point, we are just going to explore the rest of the airship for the rest of this part and see what features it has. Yeah, and Sid's like, I didn't hate the kid. But he was weird, and yes, he was. We're going to explore this, but at this point, the world opens up. There are many side quests you can do, of which I just start to do them kind of in the order of my guide here. The one is that you can finish up the second part of the Wutai side quest, the Wutai Pagoda, which we will be doing. You can go back to Nibelheim to get some certain things. Go to Cosmo Canyon, Rocket Town, the Chocobo Sage's house. We're going to go to a bunch of those over the next couple parts. And then we are going to head to our next major destination to continue this story. Because, of course, with this airship, we can go anywhere on land that we want. So we're going to start going over. And what you should do is at this point is explore and figure out where have we not been, right? Because you could go explore everywhere and see where Cloud could be, but he is in a place that we have not been before. And Barret's like, hey, he doesn't have to be here. Like, you used to be tough, right? And I do like that. It's again kind of reaffirming that, like, yeah, Tifa, she is a character that is vulnerable. She's not a character that is always just like up and at 'em, ready to go. She's one that does have her flaws, and she needs to get over them, and I do like that. It's about as much about Cloud's journey as it is Tifa's. Could Tifa be argued to be the main character? Yes. And he's pilot in training level 3, right? So that's again, he's level 3, and as you play through the game, he will level up, and it's weird, but sure. So as we explore here, we'll get to see some of the features of this cool base of operations, including having our own chocobo stable in here. I did not do anything involving chocobos. I love the option chew the fat. It's wonderful. And you can list them. Why did you guys rebel? Like, yeah, what happened under Heidegger? Ah, because Heidegger was one of those ones that goes down to the next one. Yeah, that makes sense. So they're like, yeah, you know what? Maybe Sid as a boss is, like, way nicer than Heidegger. So let's go under him. This is a really nice story from an actual just nameless NPC. It's wonderful. Again, the world building of 7 is really good. So, you have a chocobo stable here where if you want to deal with chocobos, you can. I don't have one. And what you got to do is if you raise a chocobo and you can bring it to the ship, they will take care of it. You'll be able to feed it and raise it. I don't think you can do the breeding here. The breeding is all done in the Chocobo Ranch, and that's a whole other thing that I don't want to deal with. Maybe now. I want to do eventually get Knights of the Round, but alright guys, thank you all for watching, and next time we're going to head back to Wutai, do some more side quest things where we return to places, and then head on out to save Cloud. We'll see you then for some more, guys. Ciao.